Land use, natural resources, and energy. As human populations grow, demands on natural resources continue to intensify. Land use and environmental policy must keep pace with ever changing science, economies, technologies, and resource conditions, with attention to climate change implication. Our environment provides us a variety of goods and services necessary for our day to day lives. For example, for our land resources, this is the solid portion of the Earth's surface. Human civilization has taken shape on land. It also fulfills the basic need of human civilization, such as food, cloth, and shelter. Used in agriculture, acts and storing basic resources like underground water, minerals, and fossil fuels. It also protects from high temperatures of Earth's core. It also provides us habitat for most of the flora and fauna, and it also regulates the water and carbon cycles, becomes damp for solid and liquid waste. The land is a relatively thin layer on the earth in which life can exist. Within the air, water, rocks, and soil, and living creatures, from structural and functional ecological units, which together can be considered as one giant global living system, that our Earth itself. The simplest of these ecosystems to understand is a pond. It can be used as a model to understand the nature of any ecosystem and to appreciate the changes over time that are seen in any ecosystem. The structural features of a pond include its depth, size, depth, and the quality of its water. The periphery, the shallow part of the deep part of the pond, each provides specific conditions for different plant and animal communities. Soil profile. The organic matter horizon surface layer at a depth of 0 to 2 feet, dark in color, soft in texture. Humus. It is a rich organic material of plant and animal origin in a stage of decomposition. Little leaves, needles, twigs, moss, lichens that are not decomposing several layers can occur in some soils consisting only of O horizons. The leaching layer horizon, small layer between A and B horizons at depths of 10 to 15 feet, light in color mainly due to the leach, sand and silt, poor mineral and claying, the loss of water, retaining plant nutrients to the water table, soil particles larger than A. These are minerals that have been found in the lithosphere over millions of years and constitute a closed system. These non-renewable resources, once used, remain on the earth in a different form and used unless recycled, become waste material. Non-renewable resources include fossil fuels such as oil and coal, which, if extracted at a present rate, it will soon be totally used up. The end products of fossil fuels are in the form of heat and mechanical energy and chemical compounds, which cannot be constituted as a resource. Though water and biological living resources are considered renewable, they are in fact renewable only within certain limits. They are linked to natural cycles such as water cycle. People who live in or near forest know the value of forest resources firsthand because their lives and livelihood depend directly on these resources. However, the rest of us also derive great benefits from the forest, which we are rarely aware of. The water we use depends on the existence of forests on the watersheds around river valleys. Our homes, furniture, and paper are made from wood from the forest. We use many medicines that are based on forest produce, and we depend on the oxygen that plants give out and the removal of carbon dioxide we breathe out from the air. Where civilizations have looked after forests by using forest resources cautiously, they have prospered. where forests were destroyed, the people will gradually improvise. Today, logging and mining are serious causes of loss of forests in our country and all over the world. Dams built for hydroelectric power or irrigation have submerged forests and have displaced tribal people. Those who live are closely knit to the forest. The water cycle, through evaporation and precipitation, maintains hydrological systems which forms rivers and lakes and support in a variety of aquatic ecosystems. All aquatic ecosystems are used by a large number of people for their daily needs such as drinking water, washing, cooking, watering animals, and irrigating fields. The world depends on a limited quantity of fresh water. Mineral resources. Mineral is a naturally occurring substance of definite chemical composition and indefinable physical properties. An ore is a mineral or combination of minerals from which a useful substance, such as metal, can be extracted and used to manufacture a useful product. The sun is the primary energy source in our lives. We use it directly for its warmth, and though various natural processes that provide us food, water, fuel, and shelter, the sun's rays power the growth of plants, which form our food material, give off oxygen which we breathe in, and take up carbon dioxide that we breathe out. Energy from the sun evaporates water from oceans, rivers, and lakes to form clouds that turn into rain. Today's fossil fuels were once the forest that grew in prehistoric times due to the energy of the sun. We use energy for household use, agriculture, production of industrial goods, and for running transport. Renewable energy systems use resources that are constantly replaced and are usually less polluting. Examples include hydropower, solar, wind, and geothermal. In 1 hour, the sun pulls as much energy into the earth as we use in a whole year. If it were possible to harness this colossal quantum of energy, humanity would need no other source of energy. Today, we have developed several methods of collecting this energy for heating water and generating electricity. In our situation today, the rice fields are converted into houses because the people are now growing in population. So our natural resources began to die as the people multiply in masses. And also the demand for energy is very high since the population needs more energy um, to to function. So if you guys have a question, just leave a comment below and I will make sure that every question will be answered by yours truly. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please hit that like and subscribe button as we are going to study about the land resources. Now, the land use today is very demanding as the population grows, and also our natural resources is beginning to deteriorate because of the pollution, and the use of our energy is much higher today as the world becomes industrialized. So hopefully we must plant more trees so that the earth will be saved and not ruined forever. Bye.